how's it going, guys? So here we have the semifinals of our Oceanside League Cup that we had this weekend. We have on our right, we have Eric Ko. I think it's Ko. Yeah, Eric Ko. He's playing Volcanion with Professor's Letters. That one weird version of it, but that works. And then on our left, we have Alejandro Arroyo from, I think, Tijuana or Mexicali. And he's playing Golisopod Garb. So it looks like Alejandro's going first. We do see that Tapu Lele Bridges start from him. We're going to see two Trubbish and a Tapu Koko come out. And he already has a Wimpod out. So he's probably going to retreat that Wimpod and go into the Tapu Koko. Getting a good shuffle in. Make sure his deck doesn't, what's it called? Get congested, I guess. But yeah. We do see a full bench from Alejandro, which is kind of risky. Like I was playing Golisopod Garb this whole weekend, and I wasn't okay with having a full bench because Pseudo Widow's a thing, and stand-in Zoroark is a thing. So yeah, but in this match, I guess he doesn't really have to worry about it. So yeah. So he's still trying to figure out what he's gonna do. We do see a retreat coming. And into a Tapu Koko, like I had said. Cool. So it's Eric's turn. Eric is kind of at an advantage because he has that fire attribute that kind of takes down Golisopods real easy, but at the same time he's at a disadvantage because Garbotoxin shuts off Steam Up and he can't really do much without Steam Up. So yeah. So we're gonna see how he plays around this. We are gonna see an Ultra Ball. Discards a fire energy, which is always good to have in the discard power early on, and I think that's like an N or something. He's gonna search. We're gonna see a Lily, which is really good. He has 3 cards his first turn. He's gonna draw 5. We are gonna see a Super Rod, so he's gonna draw 6, which is actually gonna put him in a really good spot. We are going to see a Floatstone. So, even better, we're going to see 7 off of that Lily, which is amazing. Eric playing Parallel City, dropping his opponent down to 3, which is really good. I think Eric is one of the few people that I've seen play Parallel City. So yeah, it's kind of unfortunate because then this drops down his attacks by 20, but it's okay because Steam Up makes up for that. So we are going to see a retreat, double colorless on the Tapu Lele on Alejandro's side, and we are going to see, is that it? Oh, that might be it. That's the one thing about Golisopod Garb. Once you get stuck, that's pretty much it. You can't really do much after that. We are going to see Floatstone on Trubbish. We are going to see an N, which is really good. So they're each going to shuffle and draw new cards. We are going to see that Garbotoxin out. So now Eric can use Steam Up. He can use Lele. It's pretty much it's gonna be a tough uphill battle, and he has Parallel on himself, which he can't. His attacks are doing 20 less, so those power heaters are really doing 0. We are gonna see a letter on Eric's side, so he is gonna get 2 energies. Floatstone on Volcanion. Field Blower on the Garbodor, and we are gonna see a Sycamore. I think he discarded two Guzmas, which is, it's not good because those Guzmas come in so clutch late game. Kind of sucks that he had to throw those away. We're gonna see Energy Retrieval gets 2 energies back. We're gonna do double Steam Up and taps his cards to acknowledge that he used them. This is one of the best things that I've seen Eric do, and I've seen him. He's one of the only people that I see do this consistently, but it's so good of tracking, like if you did trade, if you did Steam Up, if you did strong charge, anything that it's a once per turn type of thing. This is a really good way of doing it. So yeah, so we'd see triple steam up and he does some damage. He did 90 damage, 0 for the power heater from the 20, but yeah, because of Parallel City. So yeah, anyways, we do see Alejandro take a knockout on this what's it called, on this Volcanion. And then Eric comes up with his own Tapu Lele. Sadly, he doesn't run DCE, so he can't really put a DCE choice band knockout, even though it already has a float stone. But he does have that Volcanion on the bench that has 2 energies, and he's Professor lettering into 2 more energies. So we are probably gonna see a knockout using that Volcanion. He was doing some math. And yeah, 130 to this Tapu Lele knocks it out. And that's also something else that because I was sitting right next to Eric, so you can't really see me, but I'm right next to him. Eric did something very interesting, and I kind of want to know if that's something that we can do. He confirms. So before he attacks with, I think before he attack, yeah, so right here, before he attacks with this Volcanion, he's like, so confirming it does 130 knockout, and then his opponent's like, yeah, no, I'm asking you, confirming that my Volcanion's doing 130, and it knocks out your Pokemon. And Alejandro, they both look at it and they're like, yeah, it does. So they both confirm it. I don't know if that's something for sportsmanship, I guess, or friendly play, like, because you're supposed to be honest, right? Like, you're playing Pokemon, you're not trying to cheat, you're not trying to be like savvy, you're not trying to do shady stuff, you're trying to be honest. Like, that's what the game's about. Like, you win or you win, you know, like, or you lose, like, simple as that. Like, you're not supposed to be shady, you're not supposed to be cheating. So yeah, so I don't know if that's something that we can do, you know, like, before we declare an attack, can we tell an opponent, hey, confirming this damage, can you confirm that it does knock you out? And then your opponent has to like say yes, and if he doesn't say yes, he's like, yeah, well, I don't know, like, can you kind of call him out on it, or call a judge over, you know? This is something that I kind of want to get answered, and obviously the only person that can answer it is Eric, because Eric pulled it off. I just didn't ask him in the moment because he was playing a match. I'm not gonna be like, hey, like, dude, like, I know you're playing a match, but can you do that, like a legal play? But yeah, just something that caught my attention when I was watching Eric play. But yeah, anyways, sorry, I ranted. I think what happened is he played Lele, attacked, and then Eric played Fighting Fury Belt, which I don't understand because now it's stuck. But yeah, so we are gonna see Professor Letters. He's gonna get 2 energies into his hand. We're gonna see attached to Volcanion on the bench. We are gonna see him manually retreat. Just trying to figure out what to play. We are gonna see double steam up, and then we realize he can't steam up because Garbotoxin's out on the board. So yeah, which is good, because see, like, if he would have steamed up like prior to this, then you would have, and he wouldn't have caught it, and then double steam up now, like, there would be a lot of confusion, like, did I steam up? But because he taps his cards like a Magic player, you know that, like, oh, these have been used. So we are going to see a Guzman from Alexander. We are going to see that Tapu Koko come out. More than likely we're going to see Energy Golisopod knockout, or Golisopod take a hit. Oh no, we're just going to see retreat back into Tapu Lele, and Tapu Lele for 80 damage. So we're going to see Fighting Fury Belt. We are going to see Steam Up. And then we realize again that Garbotoxin is out. So here we kind of separate it so we can kind of visually see it, because that's the second time. At this point, if there was an actual judge like there, he would be like, hey, that's warning, because it's twice, and like you did it last time. But because it's kind of it's a League Cup, it's a little bit more friendly, there's not that much of a call. But if this were to happen in top 8, rest assured he would be called out on it. Yeah, so this Volcanion does 120 because of that Parallel City out there. We are going to see Ultra Ball discards Golisopod and something else. He does play the Heavy Ball, he doesn't Surge, but then plays N. So I guess he didn't want to get the Heavy Ball back into his hand, which is kind of good because he kind of don't need it right now. So we do see DCE and Knockout on that Volcanion. This Parallel City kind of acting like a double-edged sword on Eric. Unfortunately for him, it's limiting his attacks. Like those 20 extra damage, they do help, but in this case, you can't really do anything about them. You're gonna see him pay a Fighting Fury Belt on Volcanion, and he's gonna do 10 damage. Where is the 10 damage, guys? 10 damage, please. Thank you. Yeah. So Alexander has 100 damage on the board right now with this Tapu Lele. Not enough to knock it out, but does play Acerola. We are going to see that Lele come back down. Ultra Ball discards Hammer and Trubbish, searching. Not really sure what you would be searching for, but hey. He did get both of those DCs back to his hand, so that's really good. Those will come in very handy instead of being discarded with this Lele being knocked out. Well, we are going to see a Grass Energy retreat, first impression 120 to this this Volcanion right here. We're going to see the retreat, and you're going to see he wanted to attach, but he had already attached the Volcanion that he brought up, or he attached to the Volcanion that he retreated. So, but we're still going to see the knockout from this Volcanion to the Golisopod. We are going to see a DCE on this Tapu Lele, and it's going to do 120, or 100, sorry, not 120. So Eric 2 prizes away from winning this, and Alexander, he's 4 prizes in. Eric kind of running low on cards in his deck as well. So we are going to see Field Blower, going to get rid of that pesky Floatstone from the Garbodor. We're going to see Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball discards Volcanion Sycamore, searching his deck. Gets a Tapu Lele. Probably gonna see a Lele Guzma play here. Professor's Letter for 1 energy. So you have a Steam up. Retreat into Volcanion, and Power Heater for 30. Yeah, Power Heater for 30. Or, oh wait, maybe not. We're gonna see Lele. This deck looking great. Oh, we're gonna see Guzma. I feel like he should have played the Guzma before and attaches energy to Lele, and then energy on Lele and Volcanion does 30 damage because of Steam Up. This match really intense. One of the most intense matches in Top Cut of Oceanside, I must say myself. So we do see Lele, and Alejandro can play his Lele because thanks to Eric playing Fiablore on that Garbodor, that means that Lele is up and running and able to search out whichever supporter he needs. Gonna play an N, drop Eric down to 2 cards, which is kind of helping him out because he was really close to decking out. He's probably afraid of that Guzma that he kind of has in his hand just sitting there. We are gonna see Coco get an energy here. We're gonna see retreat. We're gonna see Coco spread and do 20 damage across the board. So 20, 20, change that, 20 there, change this, change that, and then some more dice all over the place. So I think that was an energy retrieval. Yeah, you see it. Show it to me. Which even with this energy retrieval, he's doing only 60 damage. Not enough to knock out this Tapu Koko. But he can retreat and do 80. No, not enough. He's such in a weird position. And just goes for the power heater. Does like no damage. And passes. He's just stocking up this Lele and this what's it called? This Volcanion, and he's trying to just use that to win. And I guess having his opponent at 3 has hurt him, but at the same time it's hurting him too. It's one of those double-edged swords, guys. But yeah, Alejandro putting a Floatstone or Choice Fan actually on Garbotoxin, and that spreads some more damage. Still no knockouts, but things are getting really close to the knockout range. So yeah, it's not looking good for Eric right now. Him not being able to steam up is also gonna hurt him as well. So we do see an energy retrieval, gets 2 energies back to his hand. We are gonna see that Guzma brings up the Lele, attaches an energy, and then does 140 or 120. So that Lele is at 150, 20 damage away from being knocked out, which is kind of sucks because that would have been game right there. But we're gonna see if Alejandro can play out of this, maybe take this win. So Alejandro has that Lele, no energies on there. He's still 3 or 4 prizes away from winning, so he's nowhere close to winning, but he's in a good position where he kind of can come back. Yeah, it comes out with the Tapu Koko. Oh, and then we realize that that Volcanion is dying. Oh, he Kuzma'd, and then spread and got a knockout on that. This is kind of this is how it happened. Totally forgot. We are gonna see an N. Oh, he tries to end him into no cards, and then just tries to get a knockout and then try to get a knockout next turn. But he ended up getting the grass energy that he needed and got himself out of that situation. So yeah, so Alejandro ends up taking the first game. That was one of the most intense games that I've seen so far. And actually, if you guys don't know, Eric is the TO at Riverside, so he's an actual judge. And I'm not gonna say it like this, but I have to say it like this: judges don't know how to play the game. Like, there's no such thing as a judge that's actually like good at the card game. That's why, like, if you can't win, you judge, and if you can't judge, you play. So that's pretty much the breakdown or whatever, right? But Eric can judge. He's a really good judge. Like, I have to, like, whenever I have doubts or I have questions, I go to Eric. Like, I'll ask Eric and be like, hey man, like, is this right? Or like, hey, like, what happens if this situation? I'll ask him situations of what's happened at locals. So then if it happens again, I know I can reference like Eric telling me like what it was, you know? So yeah, so Eric's very knowledgeable. He's one of like the best judges that I know. And he's also a good card player. He got top 8 at Hesperia, and he got top 8 at Oceanside. So he's doing really well for himself. So yeah, so it's just a little comment that I had to throw out there. So yeah. So we do see Eric open up Volcanion. He does Professor's Letter, gets some energies. I think he's steamed up, but I'm not 100% sure on that. And then Alejandro gets that Lele Bridget start, which is exactly what Garbotoxin wants to do. So yeah. You're going to see a Floatstone on this Trubbish. Probably going to see it get retreated and go into that Tapu Koko. And Eric's going to steam up. And then we're going to see Field Blower away that Floatstone. We're going to see a Floatstone. And then N from Eric. So we're going to see Volcanion and Volcanion EX. We're going to see another Steam Up. We are going to see Retreat. And we're going to see a Power Heater for 80. We are going to see a Heavy Ball from Alejandro. He gets a Garbodor. He knows very well as soon as he drops down Garbotoxin. That's pretty much it for Eric. So we are going to see that Garbotoxin come down. We're going to see an energy on Lele, Ultra Ball for another Lele, Sycamore. We are going to see a Sycamore for 7 cards right now. And we see a Choice Band on Garbotoxin. Guzma up a Volcanion and does 60 damage to it. And at this point, like, that first game lasted so long that it kind of determined who the winner of this match was, which is kind of unfortunate for Eric, because Eric played it well. I really think so. So, and then having this kind of start for Alejandro is just perfect. So now Eric's kind of in a position where he kind of just has to sit there and try to fight back as best as he can. We are going to see a Fighting Fury Belt come down on this Turtonator. We're going to see a Sycamore for 7. And that pretty much sums it up. Yeah, time was called, and they were already too deep into it, so there isn't much that they could do about it. Um, so Eric conceded, which is kind of like what you should be doing. You know, like you shouldn't prolong it if you already know like that's it. Um, so yeah, that pretty much sums up semifinals for Oceanside. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys are enjoying the commentary that I'm doing. I'm sorry if it's not at 100% because I'm still sick, guys. I'm not all there, but I'm trying. I want to get this stuff out for you guys and put it out so you guys can watch how these matches went down. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to share the video for anybody who wants to see what semifinals in Oceanside look like. With that said, guys, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.